Hello my dear students. Today once again I am here in front of you taking the third part of the chapter, a visit to Kaziranga and Siva Sagar. In our earlier class we got various facts about Kaziranga National Park, and we found that Lohit and Trisha, both brother and sister, they started visiting the natural beauty of Kaziranga National Park with their parents, and they were on an elephant's back. Now in today's class we will discuss the next part, what happened. So let's start. Look, look, Lohit shouted excitedly. There is a rhino. Oh, another small rhino. Can we go closer? And Lohit started shouting, look, look. He was excited, so excited, and in excitement he was shouting, look, look, there is a rhino. Oh, another small rhino. At first he had seen a rhino, then he had seen another small rhino. So he said, see, there is a rhino here. Hey, there is another small rhino also there near to the big rhino. Can we go closer? Now he is asking his parents, can we go closer to the rhino and the small rhino? That's a mother rhino with her baby, the guide said. The guide, that means who was there with them on elephant's back as guide. That means on elephant's back, if we if we take a ride of elephant, and if we want to visit Kaziranga National Park, simply we cannot, because we don't know the ways, where to go and how to go. So we need a guide. For them also there was a guide, and he was also with them on elephant's back. So when Lohit said whether they are able to go near the rhino and the baby rhino, then the guide said, that's a mother rhino with her baby. So big rhino is the mother rhino, and the small rhino was the mother rhino's baby. She would not like anyone to go near her when she is with her baby. So this rhino, mother rhino, she doesn't like anyone to go near to her when she is with her baby. Okay, if she is not with her baby, then sometimes other animals can go near to her. But now she is with her baby, she will not like this to go near to her, because she is with her baby. She is very protective towards her baby, like all other mothers in the world. She is also very much protective towards her baby. That means she is the mother of the small rhino, and as like all mothers, animals or human beings, as like all mothers, she is also very protective. That's why she would not allow anyone to go near her. Near a water body they saw some birds. Then there near a water body, I earlier said, that means some marshes are there in it. So, and except these marshes, lakes and ponds are also available for animals and for visitors also. So near a water body, near a lake or a pond or the marshes, they have seen a group of birds. Look at those birds, how beautiful they are, mother said. Then their mother said, okay, you were watching the rhino only, you just look at these birds, so nice these birds are, you look at them. She took out the binocular to have a closer view. So she had a binocular in her bag, so she had taken out the binocular to see the birds. What is binocular? Binocular is an instrument through which we can see the things those are far from us, near to us. That means to see an object or some other thing that is far away from us. If we want to see this near to us clearly, we use an instrument. Name of the instrument is what? A binocular. So Lohit and Trisha's mother had a binocular. She had taken out the binocular, and using the binocular she started watching, or she started viewing the birds near the water body. Wow, there is a rhino near the birds. Then The mother said she was watching through the binocular, and then she said, she was watching what? She was watching the birds. And now she is saying, as she was watching with the help of what? Binocular, she said, wow, there is a rhino near the birds. So she was watching birds, and then suddenly she had seen a rhino near the birds. Let me see, Lohit said, taking the binocular from her mother. So Lohit, the young guy, the small kid, he said, let me see, let me see, mom, let me see, ma. And saying this, he had taken the binocular from her mother. Oh yes, but ma, if the rhino catches those birds, he will eat them up, Lohit said. So he's seeing this, no, birds, a group of birds are there, near to them there is a rhino. So he had seen, he said, oh yes, there is a group of birds and near to them there is a rhino also. Then he said, what? But ma, if the rhino catches those birds, he will eat them up, Lohit said. He said, but ma, there is a problem, no, if the rhino catches all the birds, he will eat them up. Will it or not? Who is asking? Lohit. He had seen birds, near to the birds he had seen what? A rhino. Now he is asking his mom whether the rhino will catch the birds. If he catches, then he will eat them up. Okay, who is saying this? Lohit. Trisha laughed. Silly boy, don't you know that rhinos are herbivorous? And then Trisha started laughing at home, at her brother Lohit. She said, you are a silly boy, you are a fool boy, don't you know that rhinos are herbivorous? Herbivorous means what? They live on what? Grass and plants. Rhinos are herbivorous. They will not take what? Birds. They will not eat the birds. You are a silly boy, you are a fool boy, you don't know anything. Herbivorous? Meaning, Lohit asked, rhinos are herbivorous. What is the meaning of herbivorous? I don't know. Tell me, what is herbivorous? Meaning, his sister explained, they eat only grasses. Oh, do you want to know the meaning of herbivorous? Yes, I am telling you. She started explaining. Herbivorous meaning what? The animals, those eat only plants. That means the animals, those live on plants and grasses, they are known as what? Herbivorous. You are a silly boy, you are a fool boy, you don't know this. Then their mother chimed in their discussion. That means she interfered in their discussion. She said, and they also eat leaves, fruits, water plants and branches of shrubs, added their mother. They do not eat flesh. Then their mother said, they do not only eat grass, they eat what? Fruits. Then they eat what? Leaves of plants. They eat what? Water plants and branches of shrubs also. Okay, they not only eat grass, they eat all other things related to plants. Now, what is shrubs? Shrubs are small trees. That means they are trees, they are plants, small in size in comparison to trees, but they have more than one stems. Okay, trees, in trees now we get what? Only one stem and some other branches, but in shrubs we'll get what? Small trees, that means small plants. They are smaller in size in comparison to what? Trees, but they have more than one stem. Okay, grew from what? Land. These are what? Shrubs. So they eat what? Shrubs also, branches of shrubs also, but they do not eat flesh. But the important thing is what? They do not eat flesh. Okay, they do not eat meat. Okay, that's why this rhino will not catch the birds and he will not eat them up. Wow, Trisha exclaimed, looking through the binocular. There is another rhino in the water. Then Trisha, the sister of Lohit, she had taken the binocular and she had started taking a closer look. Then she had seen what? A rhino. She had seen a rhino where? In the water. And she was exclaimed, she was wondered, she was shocked, and she exclaimed in wonder, and she said, wow, there is another rhino. Where it is? The rhino is in water. Now her brother Rohit laughed at her. Okay, earlier she laughed at him, now he got a chance, he laughed at her. Now who is silly? Now he is asking, earlier you called me silly, no? Now who is silly? You tell. You are a silly girl. Rhinos cannot be in water. You are saying no, there is a rhino in water, but I am telling you, rhinos cannot be in water. Why is he saying this, that rhinos cannot be in water? Because he thinks that they are so heavy that they will get drowned. If they go into the water, they will get drowned. Why? Because they are so heavy. That's why he is saying that they that means that is impossible for a rhino to be in water, because he is very heavy. That means rhino is very heavy. If he goes to water, goes into the water, he will be drowned. So who thinks that? Lohit thinks that. Thinking that, he is calling his sister Trisha as what? Silly, as a silly girl. She doesn't understand that rhino is a heavy animal. If he goes into the water, then he will be drowned. That's why he is calling his sister as what? A silly girl. You must have seen some big branches in the water. And he said, what you have seen? No, that is not what? That is not a rhino. You must have seen some big branches of trees in the water. Okay? The thing what you have seen and you are saying that this is a rhino in the water, actually it is not. It should be, or it must be, some branches of big trees, some big branches of trees in the water. In fact, now their father interfered. Okay? In fact, rhinos are very good swimmers, father said. Lohit, in fact, the fact is what you know, rhinos are very good swimmers. Do you think that means rhino is heavy and he cannot go into the water? If you think like this, no, then you are wrong. Actually, rhinos are very good swimmers. They can swim very nicely in the water. They okay. In the afternoon, okay, this much their discussion finished. Then in the afternoon, when it is very hot, they get into the lakes and ponds to cool down. Then what happens? When it is afternoon, when it is very hot, when weather becomes what? Very hot, these rhinos, okay, the heavy rhinos, they go near the water bodies like lakes and ponds. Why? To cool down, to cool themselves down. Okay, when they feel hot, okay, they go near the ponds and lakes. Why? To cool them down. So this is a case like this. That means rhino. This is a rhino. Factually, this is a rhino in the water. He was feeling hot. That's why he has entered into the water to get himself cooled. So what you thought that rhinos are very heavy, they cannot swim, you are wrong. Actually, they are very good swimmers and they usually go to the water bodies. Why? To get themselves cooled. Sometimes no, in summer days when they feel hot, they go near the water bodies like lakes and ponds. Why? To cool them down. So what Trisha had seen through the binocular, a rhino in the water, it is right. And what you said, no, rhinos cannot swim, rhinos cannot be in the water, you are wrong actually. Who said this? Their father, that means father of Trisha and Lohit. Further in, they spotted a deer. Further in, that means they crossed this place. They further entered deep in the park, Kaziranga National Park. They had seen what? They had spotted a deer. It was an exciting trip for them and they were lucky to see quite a number of animals and birds in the park as they passed through the thickets of tall elephant grass and short grasses. So they had seen, they were getting entered, that means they were getting deep into the national park, okay, and they had seen what? At first they had spotted what? A deer. And it is said that it was an that means nice trip, very beautiful trip for them. It was an exciting trip because they were so lucky. They had seen a lot of animals and birds in the national park. They had seen a wide variety of animals and birds in the national park. When, as they passed through the thickets of tall elephant grass and short grasses, okay. Thickets means what? Dense, a densely or a dense bush. Okay, that means a dense in a national park where in a particular place, if densely planted trees are there, this is known as what? Thickets. So when they were passing through the thickets, that means densely planted trees or densely wooded trees, they were passing through that, they had seen a lot of animals and birds. Thickets is what? A densely planted trees or bushes. Okay. When they passed through the thickets of what? Tall elephant grass and short grasses. So they are passing through the thickets, that means where a huge number of trees or plants are there, they are passing through that, and they are passing through what? Tall elephant grass. Elephant grass means what? Long grasses. They are from Africa. These grasses, they are rooted from what? Africa. Why they are called elephant grass? They are very big in size. That's why one reason we can call them as elephant grass. Another reason is what? These grass are eaten by elephants. Okay. So elephants are herbivorous also, but they do not take the small grasses. So the grasses those elephants take or eat, they are known as what? Elephant grass. So the grasses those are very tall in size, or the grasses those are eaten by what? Elephants are known as what? Elephant grass. So when they were passing through the thickets of tall elephant grass and short grasses, they were lucky to see a wide variety of what? Animals and birds. They were delighted at the sight of the breathtaking array of flowers like water lilies, lotus and water hyacinth. So they were very much excited, they were very much happy to see the breathtaking array of flowers. Breathtaking means what? Very, very beautiful. Okay, the thing seeing which we become so excited, so beautiful that sometimes we feel that our breath is out of us. Okay, our breath is away from us. This is known as what? Breathtaking. Array means what? Orderly planted. Okay, so when they had seen orderly planted flowers, okay, and the scenery of that was breathtaking, that means it was very beautiful, very nice. Even they were thinking that their breath is out of them. So what was that? Okay, they had seen what? Orderly planted flowers. What kind of flowers they had seen? Water lilies, we know water lilies. Lotus, we know lotus, and water hyacinth. Water hyacinth, this is also a small kind of flower, that means small kind of plant where flower comes out, and this is a scenty flower. Okay, we get what? Good smell from the flower, water hyacinth. So they had seen the array of these kind of flowers. Their mother had remarked. Then their mother pointed out one thing. What she said? The flora truly adds the flora truly adds the charm of the park. Flora, I said on that day, plants, and fauna, animals. Flora, that means these plants. They have come here to see what? The animals and birds in the national park. But at the same time, they had seen what? A wide variety of plants and flowers also. That's why their mother remarked that the flora really adds the charm of the park. We have come to enjoy the beauty of the animals, but the flora of the national park added to the beauty of the national park. They also learned that apart from being home to two-thirds of the world's great one-horned rhinoceros, Kaziranga National Park has the highest density of tigers among the protected areas in the world and was declared a tiger reserve in 2006. Another fact they came to know, this is a fact for us also to know, this fact was not known to me. I have come to know about the fact when I started reading this book. What is the fact? The fact is, one fact we know that the two-thirds of the one-horned rhinos of whole world is preserved in Kaziranga National Park. This is a fact. And apart from this fact, another fact is what? Kaziranga National Park has the highest density of tigers among the protected areas in the world and was declared a tiger reserve in 2006. Okay, Kaziranga has the highest density of tigers among all the reserve forest. Okay, where those are reserved for what? Protecting tigers. Among all of them, Kaziranga has the highest density of tigers. Okay, so many reserve forests are there in whole world for preserving what? Tigers. And Kaziranga is one of them, but Kaziranga has the highest density of tigers among all other reserve forests or reserve national reserve sanctuaries and national parks, Kaziranga has the highest density of tigers, and because of that in 2016 it is Kaziranga was declared a tiger reserve. In 2016, not in 2006, Kaziranga was declared a tiger reserve. This is an important fact. One fact we know, that everyone knows that the fact is what 2/3 of one-horned rhinos is preserved in Kaziranga National Park. The other fact that is not known to us, it is a fact also. What is this? The highest density of tigers among all the reserves kept for what? Protecting tigers. Kaziranga has the highest density of tigers, and because of that in 2006 Kaziranga was declared as tiger reserve. Though they could not see tigers because of the tall grasses that provide very good camouflage. Though Trisha, Lohit and their parents, they were unable to see a tiger. Why? Because of the tall grasses, and these tall grasses provide very good camouflage. Camouflage means what? Camouflage means a thing which protects others. This particular word is used for army basically. Sometimes in their operations they protect themselves with grasses or the branches of plants. Why? To hide themselves from enemies. Enemies will not identify them that they are here. This is known as what? Camouflage. And here camouflage is used for tigers. These tall grasses are as camouflage for home for the tigers, because they can hide themselves behind these tall grasses and others cannot see them, but their presence can be felt everywhere as they leave pug marks. As they had what? Camouflage as tall grasses. Why? To hide themselves behind these tall grasses, and because of that it is said to be what? Camouflage for them. But their presence being felt everywhere in Kaziranga National Park. How? Because of their pug marks. Pug mark means what? Footprints. Okay, everywhere in Kaziranga National Park they had seen the footprints of tigers. Even if we go, we also can see the footprints of tigers. From the footprints of tigers we can understand that tigers are available, tigers are present in Kaziranga National Park. But these tall grasses which are there in Kaziranga National Park are used by tigers as camouflage from home, from visitors and from other animals. Late in the afternoon they left for Siva Sagar. So up to that they had finished their visit of Kaziranga. They finished their trip of Kaziranga, and late in the afternoon what happened? They started for Siva Sagar. Siva Sagar is their main destination. Okay, so they said that on their way to Siva Sagar they will stay for a night at Kaziranga. So they stayed and their visit was over. Now they started for what? Siva Sagar. On their way, before reaching Siva Sagar, they crossed the stone bridge. On their way, before reaching Siva Sagar, they crossed a stone bridge. A bridge made of what? Stone. They crossed it. Their mother said, pointing at the bridge, as they were crossing, as they were very near to cross it, that means as they have finished crossing the bridge, their mother pointed towards the bridge and said, this is the Shilor Shakhu. Okay, in Assamese it is said what? Shilor Shakhu. Shakhu in Assamese word for what? Bridge. So Shilor means what? Stone. Sil we say in Assamese for stone. So this is the Shilor Shakhu. It is famous, the Namdang stone bridge. So she pointed towards the bridge and said, this is the Shilor Shakhu, that is the Namdang stone bridge. Namdang stone bridge is a famous bridge made across the river Namdang, and it is a tributary of Dikhau river. Dikhau we got know, a river of Assam, and Namdang is a tributary of what? Dikhau river, and across this Namdang river this small bridge is constructed. It is constructed with what? With stones. That's why this is known as what? Stone bridge. Namdang stone bridge. It was small in length. They crossed it very quickly, and just after crossing, or when they are very near to cross it, their mother pointed towards this bridge and said, this is Shilor Shakhu, or the Namdang, the famous Namdang stone bridge. Up to this today, I hope you have understood. In our next class we will read about Namdang, what is the length of that, and then what happened in Siva Sagar. We will get to know about all those things in our next class. I hope you have understood. If you have any doubt, any query about any word of this part, how much we have read today, anything, any word, any sentence, if you have any doubt regarding anything, you are free to call me at night. I will be there for you to reply. I hope it is clear to you, and with that hope I am going to conclude my class. Thank you once again.